Next, we're going to talk a little bit about lead generation. So you're at the event, you have a great booth space, you've got great attitude and communication skills, you've got your goals. Now you have to figure out how you're actually going to generate those leads. So we've obviously got lots of people coming through the show, and so how do we get as many leads as possible in at the top? So I would say what's most important about lead generation is to have some sort of a concept. Now, a concept can be everything from a sheet of paper to write people's information on to I've got this big contest I'm doing in my space and everything in between. I have been surprised over the course of the years how many times when I go up to a booth space I'll say, well, are you collecting leads? And people will say, well, I don't really have anything to write those on. And I'm thinking to myself, no, you've got to have something prepared. So in your registration packet, we'll actually give you a form that says name, phone number, email address, all that jazz. So if you want to use that form, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to do something a little bit more advanced for yourself, you can do that as well. It's just really important to remember that the attendees want you to take the lead. You're the person who's selling them. They want you to tell them why you should buy from them. So what are you doing to get them excited to work with you? One of the ideas about lead generation is creating some sort of an urgency to buy. When we talk about urgency to buy, I think everyone's minds automatically goes to discount because I think that that's just kind of how marketing has been in past years. But an urgency to buy doesn't have to be a discount. It could be, an upgraded product, or it could be a free removal, or it could be an additional service. But if you have an urgency to buy, you're going to be much more likely to actually make a buying decision. And so what we want to do is we want people to say, I need to make a choice to buy now. When I think about home improvement, usually, if you're working on home improvement projects, most people don't have one project they're doing. Most people aren't saying, I just want to redo my landscape and then my house will be perfect. Most of the time people go, I'd really love to redo my landscape and I really could use new windows and I'd really like new carpet and wouldn't it be great if we redid the kitchen and I really need a new roof. So everybody has a list of things that they need for their home. What you want to do is you want to make them excited about your product. So why should they replace their windows before they redo their landscaping? Or why should they redo their landscaping before they redo their roof? Or why should they get a new roof before they get new carpeting? So creating those urgencies to buy is really important. So that personal connection that you're making with them over the course of the weekend is going to be really valuable. But then how do you get them to say, I'm going to buy from you this month instead of 6 months from now? The buying cycle in home improvement can be really long. And so we want them to get excited about purchasing your product today or this week or this month and not times, down the road. Now, if you are a gourmet exhibitor, I would definitely have some sort of a home show special. So how can you get them, like maybe if you're a winery, how do you get them out to taste? Obviously, free tastings are good. Maybe you have a special event that you're doing at the winery that's just for people who come and taste at this show. If you are selling an actual product, how do you discount that product? So normally this sells for $10, but we have a show special where you could get a bottle of these great olives for $7. So what's going to prompt that person at this show to buy? Now, in terms of lead generating concepts, there are several. You can always do a giveaway or an enter to win, which people like. Everybody likes some sort of a giveaway or enter to win. So you could do that if you'd like. And it doesn't have to be a giveaway of your product, but it could be a giveaway of your product. It could be dinner for two at a great restaurant. It could be a wine basket. But what something like this does is it does allow you to get a lot of people's information. One of the exhibitors that I really like, actually we showed a picture of them earlier, they make up this beautiful basket. And I would say they probably spend upwards of $100 on the basket, maybe if not a little bit more. And they have like wine and chocolate and beef jerky and like all these goodies, and it's really big and pretty, and they put it at the front of their booth space, and then when people walk by, they say, hey, would you like to sign up for this basket? And what they say that I think is great is they always say, somebody's going to win it. It could be you. And the truth is, somebody's going to win that basket. And I had the opportunity to work in their booth space. They were doing a seminar at our last show, so I worked at their booth space for about 30 minutes. I collected probably 20 names for them while I was there, and as people were signing up, and they had a clipboard with a pen, which was great, so they handed that clipboard to the person, they had something to write on, and then I would say, so are you working on any landscaping projects? And I kid you not, probably half of the people said, yeah, actually I am. I'm going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And it was great. And then once I was done collecting the lead, you just turn the paper over and say, this person wants to redo their front yard, or this person is looking for synthetic turf in their backyard, or what have you. And then when you're going through the bin, and obviously you're going to pick a winner, but you also have the opportunity to say, hey, this person was really interested in a landscaping project. So you've got that noted on that enter to win, and it works really well. The other concept is some sort of a game or an interactive activity. So when you've got some excitement happening at your booth, we've always all been to those events where you're like, oh, hey, what's going on over there? Everybody's gathering. Like, why are they gathering? A wheel can be a really cool idea. If you have any logoed or branded materials, handing out chapsticks or reusable grocery bags or all kinds of those things can be really fun. And so those are a great way to get people to come to your booth space, and then you have that opportunity to engage them and then collect their information. One of my favorites is to do a sign up with an appointment. So they can sign up to win this item, but they have to schedule an appointment with you in order to sign up. So that really makes sure that the information you're getting from people is quality, you're getting the appointments that you need. And the other thing that I really like to do is with the enter to win is use two different colored pieces of paper. So if you had maybe a pink and a white, when you're talking to somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, this person would be my perfect client, you would hand them the pink piece of paper, and so they fill out all their information on the pink. And then when you get like Mrs. Smith coming through with like her little address labels, and she's just entering every contest she can over the course of the weekend, that you give her the white. And then that way when you're going through for your follow-up, you know who is going to be hot and who's more important, and you talk to them first. But I would really recommend making notes on the backs of their sheets as well.